You just learned that manufacturers used a chemical linked to cancer in every nonstick pan for over 60 years. Ever wonder if the pan you used this morning is slowly poisoning you, or if those viral warnings are just fear-mongering nonsense? Today, I'll explain the safety of nonstick cookware like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand what the actual research says, which chemicals matter, and whether you need to panic or just change how you cook. Most people think nonstick pans are either perfectly safe or deadly poison. The truth lives somewhere more interesting. Nonstick coatings use a material called PTFE, better known as Teflon. That same stuff has been around since the 1940s. It's what makes eggs slide off your pan without butter. But for decades, making that coating required a chemical called PFOA. And PFOA is the villain of this entire story. It's a PFAS compound, part of a family scientists call forever chemicals because they don't break down naturally. They stick around in your body, in water supplies, in soil, basically forever. Studies linked PFOA to some genuinely concerning health issues. We're talking thyroid disease, high cholesterol, pregnancy complications, kidney cancer, and testicular cancer. Researchers found elevated PFOA levels in the blood of factory workers and people living near manufacturing plants. Some communities had contamination levels 100 times above safe limits in their drinking water. Here's what changed everything. In 2013, major cookware companies voluntarily phased out PFOA completely. By 2015, it was essentially gone from nonstick pan production in the US. So if your pan was made after 2015, it likely contains 0 PFOA. The coating still uses PTFE, which is considered chemically stable and safe, but the dangerous manufacturing chemical is gone. This matters because the scary stories you hear online are often about old pans or old production methods. The nonstick pan you bought last year is fundamentally different from one made in 2005. It's like comparing unleaded gas to leaded gas. Same purpose, completely different health profile. But here's where it gets tricky. PTFE itself is safe at normal cooking temperatures. Studies show it's inert, meaning it doesn't react with food or release fumes under about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body can't absorb it. It passes through your digestive system unchanged if you accidentally eat a flake. But if you crank your burner to high and leave an empty nonstick pan sitting there, it can hit 600 degrees or higher in minutes. At those temperatures, PTFE starts breaking down. It releases fumes that can cause flu-like symptoms called polymer fume fever. Symptoms include chills, headache, and chest tightness that last a few hours. It's temporary and not life-threatening for humans, but it can actually kill pet birds because their respiratory systems are incredibly sensitive. If you've ever heard someone say nonstick pans are toxic, this overheating scenario is usually what they mean. Now check this out. The real safety issue isn't the pan itself. It's how people use it. Most home cooking happens between 300 and 400 degrees. Scrambled eggs cook at around 250. Pancakes at 375. Even searing a steak rarely needs more than 450. A study using infrared thermometers found that typical stovetop cooking keeps pans between 350 and 425 degrees. So for everyday cooking, modern nonstick pans stay well below the danger zone. But throw an empty pan on high heat while you prep ingredients, and you're asking for trouble. An empty pan can reach 500 degrees in just 2 minutes on high heat. Add another 3 minutes and you're at 650 degrees, well into the toxic fume zone. This matters because nonstick isn't dangerous when used correctly. It's dangerous when misused. And most people have no idea what correctly even means. Here's what you need to understand about those forever chemicals everyone panics about. PFAS is an umbrella term for thousands of different chemicals. PFOA was one of them. Some PFAS are genuinely concerning because they accumulate in your body over decades. Your body has almost no ability to break them down or flush them out. But exposure from cookware was never the main source. The biggest PFAS exposure comes from contaminated drinking water near manufacturing plants, firefighting foam sites, and certain food packaging. Fast food wrappers, microwave popcorn bags, and grease-resistant pizza boxes have all been sources. Your nonstick pan contributes almost nothing to your lifetime PFAS load, especially if it's a modern one. Researchers found that even with older pans containing PFOA, the amount transferred to food was minuscule compared to environmental exposure. One study estimated cookware contributed less than 1% of total PFOA exposure. So banning your non-stick skillet won't suddenly detox your body if you're drinking contaminated water daily. But even knowing that, damaged non-stick pans are a different story. Once the coating starts flaking or peeling, you're eating tiny bits of PTFE with your breakfast. Good news! PTFE is considered non-toxic even if ingested. It passes through your body without being absorbed. The FDA considers it safe for food contact. Bad news, a scratched-up pan doesn't work anymore anyway. Those damaged spots can leach other stuff depending on what's underneath the coating. Some pans use aluminum bases, and exposed aluminum can react with acidic foods. Plus, if the coating is that degraded, you've probably overheated it multiple times, which means you've been breathing those fumes. This matters because the pan itself won't poison you, but it's a warning sign you've been using it wrong. So when should you actually use non-stick? It shines with delicate, sticky foods. Eggs, fish, crepes, pancakes, anything that would glue itself to stainless steel. It's perfect for low to medium heat cooking where you want easy cleanup. You can cook with less oil, which some people prefer for health reasons. But it's terrible for high-heat searing, broiling, or oven temps above 450 degrees. For those tasks, stainless steel or cast iron is the better move. They handle extreme heat without breaking down, and they actually improve with high temps. Cast iron gets better seasoning. Stainless steel develops better fond for pan sauces. Non-stick is a specialized tool, not an all-purpose pan. Using it correctly means understanding its limits. Here's the part that affects your shopping. Not all non-stick coatings are identical anymore. Some newer pans use ceramic-based coatings instead of PTFE. Ceramic is made from inorganic materials and contains 0 PFAS. Sounds great, right? But ceramic non-stick breaks down faster. It loses its slickness after 6 months to a year of regular use. PTFE can last 3 to 5 years if treated well. Ceramic also can't handle temperature swings. Going from cold to hot too fast can crack the coating. And once ceramic loses its non-stick properties, there's no getting them back. You're stuck with a regular pan that food sticks to. So you're trading chemical concerns for durability concerns. Neither option is perfect. It's about which trade-off you prefer. Then there's cost. Cheap non-stick pans use thinner coatings that wear out fast and overheat easily. A thin aluminum base conducts heat unevenly, creating hot spots that degrade the coating faster. Expensive ones use thicker, more durable coatings and heavier bases that distribute heat evenly. Some premium pans use 3-layer or 5-layer PTFE coatings that resist scratching better. A quality non-stick pan will last 5 years with proper care. A cheap one might last 6 months. This matters because buying a good pan once is safer and cheaper than replacing garbage pans every year. A $60 pan that lasts 5 years costs you $12 annually. A $15 pan that lasts 6 months costs you $30 annually. Plus, cheap pans are more likely to have inconsistent coatings or unknown manufacturing standards, especially if imported without strict testing. Here's the bottom line that actually affects your kitchen. Modern non-stick pans made after 2015 don't contain PFOA. They're safe for everyday cooking under 500 degrees. Overheating them releases fumes that cause temporary illness. Scratched or peeling pans should be replaced, not because they're toxic to eat, but because they signal misuse and don't work. Non-stick is best for delicate foods on low to medium heat. For high heat cooking, use stainless or cast iron instead. Ceramic non-stick avoids PFAS, but wears out faster. Quality matters more than marketing claims. So to recap, non-stick pans aren't the poison TikTok claims if made after 2015. The dangerous chemical PFOA was phased out years ago. Modern coatings are safe when used properly below 500 degrees. Overheating releases fumes that make you sick temporarily, but not permanently. Damaged pans won't poison you, but show you've been cooking wrong. Non-stick is perfect for eggs and fish, terrible for high-heat searing. Ceramic coatings skip PFAS but lose their slickness faster. Cheap pans wear out and overheat easily. Good pans last years and stay safer. So here's the real question. Now that you know most fear comes from outdated information about chemicals that aren't even used anymore, does that change whether you'll keep using non-stick or switch to cast iron and stainless steel for everything?